Because I made like a lot of videos and a lot of explanations, I reached like the following conclusion is that they do not wish to showcase the childishness of youth who lives in Europe. And those youths commit a lot of problems. As myself, I have been witness when I was in Sweden, and it's like if I wish to do like a promotional city of Pumerdas, for instance, I can like do it like in this month basically because it's too hot and a lot of things, but I can just go and do this and highlight like the economic boom that has happened in the region since 2017 onward. However, it is basically the situation is sustained to this, and because the oldies hold some kind of knowledge, thorough knowledge about the country. Therefore, sometimes the psychopathy is somehow allowed into the military opinion or into the political dialogue. And you know, as I took that piece of paper and I put it on the wall on what my company that I wish to start in Austria will be involved with. I didn't see anyone. I didn't see anyone in military uniform or security uniform or else rush into making that happening. And this is a professional criticism. Basically, it's like someone with, but what do they wish to do is like to leave the money for individuals to buy cars, and the cars are made in Germany, in France, and it should be deduced that these people rather work for the car industry than for the best interest of this country or the region. The best interest of the country should be resumed as this: having clean offshore sea, uh, having a really manageable and tightly controlled maritime lines, and growing energy projects for the country, because with energy a lot of people are ready to buy energy, especially if it is at low cost. A lot of people are ready to buy it, and energy can be stored and can be transported, and it's my expertise, and there's a lot of things that you can do with. And if you think you can produce a lot of energy that you have nowhere to store, then you should create an artificial lake, for instance. And that would be the smartest idea that could be implemented in the Sahara. Meaning, like you have like a continuous flow of water into a restrained space, regulated, and this will have some kind of effect on the region or in the agriculture or way more. An example of that, the Three Gorges Dam in China. They block the water and the atmosphere of the region has changed. This is an example. However, there is some kind of laziness. There sometimes, even like the food industry, because it could be like spread out into the entire region. However, we meet individuals who do not wish to see peace, and as stated to my case and to my situation, that prior to March 2019, it has been a human disaster due to the hormonal provocation and other provocation committed by individuals who are mentally unstable. And if you are mentally stable, uh, uh, the highest risk is if you are wearing a uniform and holding a gun. Then that kind of mental instability is extremely dangerous. And then if you hold like a position like in the postal services, then that situation is extremely sad to be a witness of. And I can go on and on and on and on about things that I didn't wish to reveal. I always thought that I go to the postal services and I can collect a graduation certificate coming from the Swedish Ministry of Higher Education or from my own university, rather than facing religious fanatics who are racist. This is an example. Another example, I never thought of getting blockages by trying to gain a permit from Austria, and OPEC is in Austria, and the energy and the oil industry is kind of a reference point to them. It's like it's kind of important, and there has been like a massive problem. And what I concluded is that in each endeavor that is extremely beneficial to this country, there is some kind of blockages that occurs from people who are originally from Morocco and Cyprus. I can't say Italy and Spain because they're here. Anything that is beneficial to this country, you will find individuals who put obstacles and hurdles. For instance, in trying to advance big projects, mega projects, way more, and the global pandemic or the global societal problem, which is theft and Ponzi schemes, and few individuals or a lot of those thieves in many instances have no lower limits or upper limits, if I can say so. And it's criminals with some kind of derangement and problems, biological problems, and they create an entire mess. They go and scream, they go and individuals in here behave like slaveholders or treat individuals like slave, and they show no sort of dignity, as I showcase it with the neighbors which are living in here. And I meet them each day, and as uh, as someone might have noticed my character, uh, yes, except for the oldies that I respect because I grew up with them as a child. And for other people, I confronted them directly, meaning like speaking exact sentences like, I will throw you in jail, I will, what is this? I'm going to beat your ass. You should work, and if someone has a problem, let's resolve it. And when complaining, there is like a big sign which is not supposed to be inside of an Islamic not to be inside the mosque, and meaning speaking clearly. And in the family, or in the individuals, you're a robber, you stole this and this and this and that. I didn't wish for this to reappear because I lived in a society which is not affected by this type of problems. They rather make sure that everyone is prosperous, even though as this anomaly, it has its drawbacks.